Surfer keeps his butt out of trouble. What's going on with him today? Anyway, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG, Infusion Light Energy. Infusion Light Energy Technology Screens. So, we're doing some testing and test runs on a screen we want to build. That's the name of the screen that we're going to call it. And what I'm looking at here is we definitely spraying it is definitely a yes. This is just lightly rolled on with the foam roller, but we still have to spray them in. They have to be. Now, is this going to be front and rear? I don't even know about that yet. I don't know. I know mainly it's going to be advertised as a front projection screen. That it will be. I just came back from the post office trying to figure out if they can ship a screen that doesn't roll up. If a screen is, I got the smallest size, and what a box would be roughly around, it wouldn't be 30, the screen would be 36, but roughly if in the box, you got to add an extra 2 inches to that, so it would be 38. 38 in the height and 74 in the length, and the screen would be in the box would roughly be about maybe 2-3 inches. So they calculate that what that all adds up to, and if it adds up to a certain amount, they can't ship it. It can't be shipped. It has to be rolled. The screen literally has to be rolled. You have to roll it. Perfect. Now, the issue comes in is basically how thin we want to make it. We don't make it too thin where it's like basically like dealing with the people floppy noodle, like a wet noodle on it. We want it so it's sturdy, but yet it's flexible at the same time. And that comes down to how tight we can roll it without snapping the screen, or can the customer roll without snapping the screen on her or their end, he or her end. That's what that comes down to. So all that we got to do all that math to figure it all out, and what surface is going to play well. And then the surface is going to have to marry well. It has to be translucent, because if it's not translucent, these screens are designed that light has to transfer through them. Even if it's in the dark, there's always light transferring through it, because if it doesn't, the screens won't work. That's why they're so bright. I realized that when I had a screen laying against a surface, and I'm like, why is this thing so dark? Like, I don't get it. But it was much lighter than that. And then I pushed it back, and I was like, oh, I see how they operate. So that they have to have somewhere where light has to transfer through. So it's a lot. It's a lot when you're designing a screen. It's much easier when you're doing a screen paint. A screen is a little bit more code application. Sell it like that. I don't know. I haven't decided on it yet. I'll have to do more research and see what we want to do with it. But that's the name of the black version of it. And that's involved in the AdTech technology. Bring this down a little bit more. I guess that's as far as the stand goes down. Gee whiz. Let me see. So the transfer is clean, so that's good. Oh, I forgot. I can take it off the stand. I'm so used to having the stand all the time on me. And that's 2,500 lumens. When I stand over top of the screen, what I'm looking for, when I look straight down on top of it, it has to be bright. I have to see this bright image coming up. Lets me know what's being picked up. If it comes up dark and I don't see it, that means it's not reading from the side. And I have a larger version of it right there. The front projection of this, the rear projection technology is great too. But the back is insane with this stuff. Let me use it for a minute. We'll reverse this. So we have the coating on this side. We could sell it as a front and rear technology. Now to the other side. You don't see it at all, do you? Because without that coating, it doesn't work. So if you got black plexiglass just like this, we had this come up multiple times in conversations. They said, well, just get a black piece of plexiglass and I'll hit it with a projector. I'll be able to pick up the image. No, you won't. Can't read it. Just like glass, all that stuff doesn't read it. If you use a kind of a spray-on foam, it doesn't read it. And the reason why, it reads it faintly. And what happens is it's not ambient like projection. You have to have something in it that allows it to be able to absorb the light in the environment, much like sunlight. So it's not going to work. And there's no, what's the word for it? There's no easy way. At the end of the day, if you think it's an easy process, and that's what we run into people who think that it's an easy process to do, it's not. Then they find out later on when their businesses collapse and, when they can't back up products, at the end of the day, it's not an easy process. Before you go stepping out on that tightrope at the end of the day, make sure you have the weight requirement to walk it, because if you don't, it'll snap on you and you'll fall to your death. That's what's going to happen. And I see it happen a lot with people in screen paints or anything else. They're not prepared to cross that tightrope, and the outcome can be deadly. Now, when you hear people say deadly, yeah, deadly. I told you, it only takes one consumer to file a complaint against you, and you're done. That's it. So you have to know your stuff. And rear projection is not something you play around with. You can literally damage someone's surface. You know how much money a piece of black plexiglass costs for the size of maybe 48 by 96? It's extremely expensive. It's a $400 or $500 sheet. So you're talking about, you mess that up, you're going to cost somebody some money. So imagine if they got something the size of one of these screens right here for a display they wanted to do. And you don't know halfway what you're doing, but you're trying to get some money out of them. You wreck this chip, any idea how much money it would cost to replace that? A lot of money. So you have to know what you're doing. So you have to know what you're doing. Can't be making it up as you go along. It will cost you. See how my screen over there is picking up? This is also picking up. Okay. Look at them over there. Being extra cute on camera. For no reason at all. Just being extra cute on camera for no reason whatsoever. Hey, Taco. Taco. Why are you over there being cute on camera for no reason at all? You know what you're doing. How dare you? How dare you be cute on camera for no darn reason? I'm going to build on one of these screens right here. This is a perfect screen to put into his cardboard, which we're working on. Not here. We got one on the home front I'm actually working on. It's going to have one of these screens on it, because I can put one of those projectors behind it. It'll transfer through it, no problem. And it'll give him a nice sharp image. I don't want any bright monitors and staring. I don't want anything damaging his eyes. And this will be fantastic. Also, too, this is how we're working on the flex screen, too, for flexor tabletop setups. So it's nice and clean. Let me see. I might have to really see the. Where the freak is the? Oh, mouse is way over there. Now, I've got this before. Is coating for sale? No. It's not for sale. We never sell it. Coating's only for us. Yeah. I can't see. This is blurred. Like I don't know what, because we got it set for the other one over there. Stay out of trouble, buddy. Watching you. Could you leave that line alone? Okay, but let's see. I thought you bumping my lines again. Leave the lines alone, please. Let's see. Got another surface coated already. I want to see if we put two applications, what happens. So mine, like I said, they're being rolled on. They have to be sprayed on. So I got more coming in. The larger sheets like those will be sprayed in. I think if I do, I have to make a darker version of it. The version we have right now is a 2-coat application. No, it's a 1-coat application to transfer to that. But I want something ultra dark. So we'll test that first, spray that in, to make 2, 3, and 4 to see exactly what happens from there. Okay, that definitely. Let's see, let's go with this right here. Let's see what works from here. My image comes up here. So most likely, what we're finding out from the post office is that it has to be a flexible roll screen. It has to be. Because that's the cheapest way we can go with it. We can't go, it won't work on anything else. Has to be. Let me get it to pull over here. Come on, I see the cursor. Where are you? Did you just blink out that quick? What to say? Jeez, I'm on battery saving mode. So you can see the image is super sharp. Now this product right here, we'll have a patent pending sitting on top of it. Oh yeah, we plan anything under invisible technology with engineering. The rest of the stuff has something on it, but we're not going to tell you what it is. It's kind of designed, if you mess with it, then you'll find out later on what it does, what that document's for. So if you did basically make anything about a quantum, at the end of the day, you'll find out when we get to court. We're not going to tell you too much about it, but there's some documents on it. And this right here, we have to have an open patent on this thing right here. It's definitely got all the numbers, serial numbers, all the good stuff we need. Make sure we lock it in place so nobody can touch it. And if you touch it, well, I'm going to watch you cry in court. And you will cry. A lot when I get done with you. A lot. Bring Kleenexes, by the way. There are going to be companies tied into this thing. So if you mess with one of them, you mess with that, you mess with all of them. Because their money's tied up into this stuff. If they find out anyone, I told them we had a problem with people on YouTube touching our stuff, and we've already been ensured that if we have any issues whatsoever with any individuals, that they will be taken care of. So trust me, you'll be taken care of. If I got investment in a product or something, I got money put into it, and I see somebody tampering, messing with it, yeah, I'm going to get a lawyer on you in a hot second. So yeah, you'll be in a lot of trouble. Until then, well actually, I don't know, for people, this is going to be for, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. We may do this with companies, and we may do this with customers. I don't know yet. Well, companies is a definite yes. That's a definite yes, no doubt about it. But for customers, I haven't decided yet. Have not decided. Look how clean that image is. That image is ultra clear. 720p can run this. Gorgeous. 50 lumen projector could run this on a desk in a commercial environment. Imagine if I stick this screen on Screen Paints right now. The screen's only about 10% done. Do you have any idea what this thing would damage, this thing could do to another screen? At only 10%. It has front and rear capabilities, and it's designed to filter light in the environment. Even if you're in the dark, unless you're sitting in the middle of a black hole, so anyway, you're not going to generate any light. But even if you're sitting in a dark environment, well-lit environment, this screen can basically absorb. So a gray screen, no match for this technology, in no way whatsoever. Look how black that thing is. Nah, we're gonna make it darker than that. I want it super ultra dark. And since we have, we're gonna be using, we got a new form of heightening technology for engineering for the new AdTech technology screens. How much money Diamond Elite screens or anyone pay us for this stuff? A lot of money. But not interested at all. I'm interested in something else. I have bigger plans for the technology. Let's get it cleaned up over here. So you can see it on this side, and I'm bouncing it back and forth. I got a screen. I'm going to do a larger size soon, very soon. Well, actually, I got a large size sitting right there. I just got to set it up. That's all. Okay, inside, they got to run it from 2 different areas. Now, as for people that are bitter about it, we don't care. Moving on. That's the best way I can explain it to you. I'm going to be a millionaire soon. You see that technology right there? You thought that there's a quantum black. It's a dangerous screen. It is a dangerous screen. This right here, whole new element of technology, way beyond this right here. They make 720p, so like they're 4K. Whole new entity of technology, all through ad tech. And you guys are worrying about, like I said, you couldn't even take on a quantum technology. And here you are. This is another technology behind it, which is actually much more powerful. Live an invisible version of this is insane. So if we were to basically say, hey, look, how about this? If we want to prove we're number one, I could launch this at 10% and take everything out. That's why we warn you at the end of the day. Do we not warn them, Topper? We warn you ahead of time. We always have backup technology, no matter what. You're sitting there scared to death of this technology, you'd be worried about this one. And if you're not worried about this one, you should worry about the one that's sitting next to it. Because there's 4 more of this one right here we're designing. But we don't care. I got other things to do right now. I got companies that are very interested in this technology. I got customers willing to pay me a lot of money to have this sitting up on their wall in their living room or a sports den or whatever. That's what they want. And at that, the projector costs us $50 to run this. Ooh, I cannot wait to go to a forum site on that. We got a 4K site that we go to showing off our 720p setup versus the 4K. Oh man, it is freaking madness in there. They're not bitter, but they're excited. And that's what I love about those people. They aren't bitter. Bitter people come on YouTube. You guys get bitter. Not saying all of you, just you're a hater today. We go to say they welcome us over there. You know why? Because this guy looks at it and says, you know what? I don't have to spend any more money for a 4K projector. This guy's got a technology that I can run on a $50 machine and it looks incredible and I can use it in a fully lit environment. If I were to challenge all you P2 owners out here right now, show me a demonstration with that projector in a fully lit environment. Show me what you paid for. Not one of you can show me that machine in a fully lit environment. Every single one sits in the dark. Show me somebody who owns that projector that can beat the P2 demo commercial. Show me one person. And one person can do it, not one. Epson LS800, another projector. Guess what? Y'all can't beat the promo. Even if you had the screen that goes with the projector, you still can't beat the promo. So if you can't beat the promo, what makes you think you could take this one? Add this technology on that there, and this is a 720p we're using at $50. Do you have any idea how amazing that would look? And what's beautiful about this technology is that customers who don't want to spend $3,000 and $4,000 for a projector don't have to. They can spend $50. That's it. Imagine how much you'll save for your dedicated theater room setup. Well, you know, hey, I only paid like $50 for the projector, and that left me a ton of money, so that's how I got these luxury movie chairs, the popcorn machine, all the luxury movie pictures and all that, and you don't have to pay anything. And the screen is insane. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. 4K projectors. Joke. And people say, why don't you use what? We don't need them. We don't have to have them. It's not required. Even a 1080p is not required for us. That was the whole purpose. You learn to engineer a technology that's designed to run off the low-end projectors. This means it saves the consumers a lot of money. It saves your tax dollars too. You know why? Because every time the school district, and if you live near a school district, you already know what I'm talking about. Every time the school district has to upgrade their projectors, guess whose pocketbook this is going to come out of? Yours. They don't have to upgrade their projectors. They can use their older models because the older models will be able to function better than the upgrades due to the fact that they can run it in a fully lit environment and save lots of money. Do you have any idea how old this projector I'm using right now? This projector right here is around a 2011 model. So imagine they wouldn't have to upgrade. They got this projector in 2011. They probably for one time. Just imagine how many times they don't have to go out and pay for a new projector now. Saves them a lot of money. Saves you a lot of money. Because you're not being hit with some extra tax saying, hey, you got to pay for this and pay for that because the school needed the projectors. Not needed. City Hall, we go to City Hall, we see the screens they have in there, absolutely gone, not even there. A little faint image, that's basically about it. And the projectors, they spend the money for a very expensive projector. So we spend more money with the projector, we can see the screen, and they still can't see it. So the question is, how come when you go to a place that has a white screen on display, how come it doesn't look like this? Because that looks just like a TV. The screen doesn't work. I'm going to shoot this demonstration up to a restaurant. Been waiting to get this thing set up, and they're going to replace their motorized projection screen with this technology. They're getting a very large surface customization for their glass, and light can transfer right through it, which is going to look absolutely beautiful. And they're going to be able to pick up this beautiful image. I kind of feel bad they spend that much money for their projector, but you know, that's how it is. Industry's been lying to you people for a very long time. And you know what makes people upset? That people make these great, whatever paint products they make at the end of the day. You know what upsets them about us at the end of the day? Because they were following the industry. They were doing what the industry was doing. If the industry said, hey, look, you got to be in an ambient light controlled environment, it's required you have these expensive projectors, they were saying the same thing. They were puppets, sheep, following the industry. If the industry does it, we do it. Because the industry's making money, we'll do it. Hey, if the industry jumps off a building, will you jump off it too? You remember your mom telling you that one at the end of the day? We did the opposite. So that means if we come out and we say, okay, look, you don't need the high-end projector. You don't need the dark environment. You don't have to calibrate. You don't need 1080p. You don't need 4K. That hurts them at the end of the day. That's why they don't like us on forum sites. So that way it's easier to try to gang up on him and make him look like that his product system worked. Let's make him look like something that he's not. They did that to Jesus Christ, you know that, right? The Pharisees did that because they were jealous of Jesus, because he was actually doing miracles and they were faking it. And they actually got mad at Jesus, and that's what they did. Yeah. But anyway, never call myself Jesus. Never. Servant only, proud to be. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened to Jesus. But anyway, yeah, they followed tradition. So let's go in, let's gang up on this guy, and let's basically make him look like he's fake and phony. Only problem is that technology we have here was developed by God. You actually went after God at the end of the day. Technically, that's what you did. And that's the reason why a lot of you right now are scared. Because again, you see what's going on. God's cleaning house. He's tired of you attacking his servant. It's time for God to get ready, to set up his weapons of war to get ready. And you're in the line of fire. You're lucky that God is a merciful God at the end of the day. Because this was Old Testament, you'd be gone by now. You literally would be. If you know your Bible and you read Old Testament, God did not play around. You could get smited right there on the spot. But you're lucky God is a merciful, loving God. Because if he wasn't, he could have did the same thing to me. That's why I know he's a loving God. That's why I know he's merciful. But he does protect his own. Ooh, man, I can't wait to get... Now I'm on a bigger screen now. Damn it. I like the technology we have. I love my technology I have here, the quantum. But you know what I mean? This is me at the end of the day. I had a guy say, how do you choose? And I was like, I have no idea. But that's why I was painting so many screens. Every time I was changing my screen over and over again. Like, oh my goodness, I like this. I gotta paint this. Oh my goodness, I like this. I gotta paint this. Oh my goodness, I like that paint. I never get set on the screen because I'm constantly changing. I'm always developing something new. And the guy was like, oh man, come on man. You gotta pick something and stay with it. But it's hard to do that when you're always evolving to design better technology. And I remember seeing the OLED for the first time and looking at it and going, oh shoot, wow, that's freaking impressive. I gotta have a projection screen to look at that one day. We got it. But the difference between us and OLED, we can go outside and we can absorb direct sunlight. You can't take direct sunlight and hit an OLED where you'll damage the screen. All right, we got to do something else with this. Now I got a test surface over here that I did with a... Oh man, I am definitely going to have to get a bigger one for myself. I'm definitely going to need a big one. I gotta have one of these. Man, And it's beautiful. I'm gonna have to get one. So I'm gonna go online and order me a Surface. Then the aluminum screens come out. When we say like, oh, great goodness, I need one of these. I gotta get me one of these. I gotta go pick up one and make one of these. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about people, about basically designing your own technology. I'll never. That's why I don't buy TVs. For what would I buy one of those for? It's completely pointless. Completely pointless. Anyway, I'll get back over to this. I'm gonna see something. I'm gonna see these light levels on this thing. So like I said, we got to get to the point where, well, for us, it's good thing I went to the post office and got that information, because you live and learn from making mistakes. You definitely will live and learn. I did that the hard way. It cost me a lot of money. Cost me a lot of money because I went out and built this screen, and no, we don't want to look at it. I built this screen, and the screen ended up costing me a lot of money to ship it out. And I learned next time, find out the dimensions of your screen before you price it and sell it. We sold 4 of them. It cost me a lot of money to ship those screens out. I learned a valuable lesson. You live and learn. The things you learn in business. Live and learn. So this time around, I went up to the post office and I got the information, gave the dimensions of the boxes and everything, and to ship them in. And we're like, no, can't do it. Won't work. So I was like, okay, we got to make the screen now so we can roll it up. It was wallpaper. So that's what we're going to do. Wallpaper screens. Of course, no assembly, all that stuff. Wow. That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and by the way, we're in eco mode. Still in eco mode. We're not running anything else but eco mode. We don't need it. Now you hear me saying I could, but I won't. You know why? I'm busy. I got too much to do. I got investors coming in. Look at this thing. One thing I don't set up. Anytime you see me doing a setup, it isn't just for radio. Don't you bump your big old head on that. Thank you. And it's not set up for mostly YouTube show, but I got people coming to see this thing. And knowing they're not going to want normal sizes. They never do. Usually they want big sizes. And then again, I can tell them it's going to cost a lot of money, and they were like, don't care. Hey, I'm happy. Now, remember what I said on camera. What did Mr. Bird say on camera? If I was a fake and a phony, what did I say? I said right there, if I'm all these things, may the Lord not bless my hand. Did I not say that? The Lord heard me. My technology keeps advancing. This is all new technology we're working on now. We've still got the H2O technology we haven't showed you yet. We've got a gamer version of this technology we haven't showed you yet. Got a couple of dozen summer screens coming out. Does that sound like at the end of the day, like the Lord has taken my blessings away? Nope. What has happened to the other side? Not well, right? All right then. There you go. Ooh, beautiful piece of candy. Piece of candy. Taco piece of candy. Piece of candy. Man, this is going to be a game changer, man. It's nice to be going to a company. I love when people ask me, what kind of projector do you suggest? And I'm like, and then I said, what kind of projector do you think you need? I love to say that. And they'll be saying, well, I think, no, we don't need that. 1080p? Nah, forget it. You're not. No 1080p. 720p? Yeah, you do 720p easily. 600 by 800 res SVGA. That's all you need. And you can get that with no problem. How much money you save? Mind you, our projector doesn't even have. Let me show you right here how my projector is hooked up. My projector is going through VGA. The HDMI port is right over there. And it's running VGA. It's running one of those adapters. That's it. So if someone tells you that you have to have, who said that? Oh, we know who said that. Mister don't know what he's talking about half the time. He said that. He said that you have to have a HDMI at the end of the day. You know, for your stuff, you got to have an HDMI because your stuff don't work. For us, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have that issue. Our technology works. We don't require no HDMI ports. You know how cheap a projector is? Without an HDMI port, just VGA projectors, the SVGA systems, and projectors are like under 50 bucks. Somebody you gotta have. Please. Get out of here with that. Now, if you want to run, no, technically you don't either. If you want to run your, if you want to run your components and stuff, still you can use the adapters. I use adapters on PlayStation. I have one for the PlayStation, the gaming system, my PC, and all that stuff runs through it. Everything runs through it. White levels are insane, ain't it? Mine is a 10% technology. This thing is nowhere near 100% completed. It's only at 10% done. It has 4 upgrades coming in for it to make it better than what you're seeing right now. It's nowhere near completed. Only in the beginning stage. That's why I explain at the end of the day, my customers get the very best. My customers don't spend money for expensive projectors. My customers are not trapped in the dark. Oh, heck, they can go outside if they want to. You see my customers do that. They don't require calibrating, none of that nonsense, none of them. Not even companies who do business with us don't require that. We told that company to go and get 2 projectors just like this one. Cost them $400 for both of them. What do we do with that projector? I know naysayers don't like to say it, but it's true, but it's true. Push the fish tank through a window at 150 inches at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Can you do that? No, you can't, because your stuff don't work. That's why. So that means we can save, we have a track record, and we can save our customers and people lots of money at the end of the day. You know, a cheaper projector like this costs? It's extremely cheap. So that means instead of you going out and spending all this money for this expensive projector and then add a screen onto it, it's going to tilt your pocketbook into a deeper direction. You can save a ton of money at the end of the day. Just go and buy a 720p. That means I would have to back that product. I would have to go in and not only convince them to buy the projector when they have the money to spend for a much more more advanced projector, but I would have to prove that screen paint works. Now imagine if your paint didn't work. Imagine the egg on your face of not being able to get your screen to push an image right through that window. There you go. Gotta know your stuff. Put it this way, easy and plain. If you don't know your stuff, you'll know the inside of a courtroom. You will. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm a business at the end of the day, and I'm looking at you. And you come down. I pay for your product. I bring you down, or we come down, or whatever, and your stuff doesn't work, you're going to give me back my money. If you wrecked anything, which means if we had to paint this on a surface and it's unfixable, which means your stuff is permanently on here, you're going to have to pay for my stuff. Which means you will see the inside of a courtroom. Unless you're going to pay me that money up front. And we got to go to court over it. So you better be able to back it up. Look at that. That's insane. Look at the color in that. It's insane on a $50 projector. $50. I got to be in 8 sites today for this. Definitely going to be showing this off today. A $50 projector. What'd you pay for your projector? $50. That's why I like spending money for projectors. Don't. If I can get it for cheaper, I get it for cheaper. I can't stand it. I don't have to spend the money for it. Like, I don't even want to spend $500 for a projector. I paid $10 for a projector. $10. You think I really want to go out and spend any more money for a projector? Like $50 for a projector is expensive to me because we don't need to spend all that money. Like $60. I spent $60 for this, man. That's highway robbery. That is way too much money. Why do we have to spend all that money? And I got people right now watching it, and they got freaking $4,000, $5,000 projectors, and their stuff don't work this way. But you can fix it. You can definitely fix it. Or you can cry about it. That's your choices, the options you have. Fix it or cry. That's what that comes down to. Find a solution to fix it. You go to forum sites, what do forum sites tell you? Forum sites tell you the same thing they tell you. Tradition tells you the same thing. You're going to be calibrating, you're going to be in a dark environment, you're going to be spending money for a more expensive projector. If you're running 1080p, you might let you buy a 4K projector. You know, it's everything they say. It's going to cost you more money. Or basically degrade your whole image to begin with. Calibrating. You got half the people don't even want to bother with the menu inside their projector, and yet you're going to give them software and tell them they got to learn how to calibrate a machine that they barely know anything about. Or you got to bring an expert in to do it, because you don't want to do it, and that's going to cost you more money. Ooh, man, the object is to save money, not spend more. Woo, get off that. So, what's the price of these screens going to be? We don't even know that yet. I don't even have a price of what we're going to charge for them. I don't know. I really can't tell you at all. I do know, as I told you before, at the end of the year, it'll be companies only. We are definitely going to be doing that 100%. Somebody we do have is going to be taking over that part of basically selling the projectors, some of the screens. And we may have projector packages. I'm thinking about doing something like that. But like I said, oh, this is your box, Taco. That's why you're giving it like, what are you doing? That's mine. My bad. Sorry. Jack me up. Yeah, it's my box, brother. No, you got me find me another one. Find me another box. It's my box, brother. My bad, brother. Yeah, no more of that. Dude, God damn it. I want to put something else up. I want to see if I can do it this way instead. Do we have any of the smaller boxes left over? We got 2 over there, 1 over there. Jeez. One there, too. 1 there. You might put something else up here. Maybe something else. So I gotta see the back side of it, see if it's basically producing. That's another surface right there. I made a bigger one. I had a couple of these. That's why I make the screen a little bigger. We got 2 of them with the sample set up. They only gave us 2. I need to see something for a minute. Yeah, definitely has to be sprayed on. So this one had a cleaner transfer rate. This one, we put a couple more coats on it, but we did it with a roller. It has to be done with sprayer only. Sprayer is the only way that has to be done. So right now I just want to show the rear projection and front projection of this technology, and I need to find something here. There we go. I'll use this. I'll hold up the screen. I do want to widen the screen a little bit. Ooh, looking at that from here makes me kind of dizzy. We could do a panel system real easy. Ooh, now that would be interesting. Panel system. With these right here would be crazy awesome. Like a tile screen setup. Now this one's darker than this one. This is a 1 application, 2 application here. Yeah, meow, right back at you, meow. What's the dealio? No, you better not be. You better not be calling people. Behave yourself. I'll put you back in the pen. A girl comes up, he likes her, he meows to her. I'll put you right back in the pen. You already know the rules. Alright, let me see. So this one's 2 coats, this is 1 coat, because you can tell. When you do it, problem is when you do one coat with the roller, with the sponge roller, it comes out nicely. But the problem is they still have to be sprayed in, and regardless. If you do two with this one, it doesn't go well. So we get it transfer front perfect, back a little cloudy. So we definitely have to do sprayer only. If we do sprayer, we get clean transfers all the way through, with no problem. See how you see it's darker here than here? Because this is a two coat and that's a one coat. Now, for those people and naysayers at the end of the day don't understand what's going on and think that's failure, no. This is called research. Research and development. This is what it's called. You don't test your stuff so that you've never seen this kind of test done before. And if you don't do your test, you got something called courtroom if you don't do your test correctly. Because you will end up in a courtroom if someone challenges your company. Don't make things up like gain range and all that dumb nonsense because you'll end up in a courtroom. Huh, that's interesting. So yeah, the two coats, one coat, two coats. Two coats much, much darker. This is the one I would desire the most because I like the darker contrast. It's picking up. They're both picking up the same equal white levels as you can see, but this one has a much darker contrast. So this is the one I would go for right here. Only thing I have to spray it in because we sprayed. I'm going to do one. We did the two rolls in here. The second two smaller surfaces will be sprayed in. Sprayed in one application, sprayed in two applications to see the transfer. The only interesting about the transfer process is the fact that when you're dealing with, and this is the reason why you got to know your stuff, the surface of a black surface translucent and translucent clear is two different types of surfaces when it comes to transferring an image through. If you were to transfer, well, I have to show you today, if you transfer an image through a black screen, a black transfer surface, the surface on the opposite end does come up, but it doesn't come up that sharp and vivid. Where if you do this with a clear, it comes up sharp and vivid, either front or back. So we have to figure a way how to put a coating to the back of the screen that's not going to stop the transfer rate of the screen itself transferring through, which we showed you on the clear bottle. The clear bottle was painted all the way around, but it left one little gap that wasn't. That means that when we wanted to go turn the bottle and try to transfer a side that was coated to another side that was coated, the image wouldn't come up. But if we put it on the side that's not coated, the image pops up on the other end. You see all this stuff I'm talking right now? This is literally how they should be speaking to you when you're talking about rear projection technology. And they're just going, oh, it's just rear projection technology, da da da, and it's it. That means they don't know jack. Because if you get into a panel with somebody like me or somebody who talks like me, you're in a lot of trouble. You got to know what you're talking about. That means you have done enough testing to know exactly what happens. And not all formulas work the same way. They all work differently. That's interesting that this one has a darker black level, yet they both can pick up the same when it comes to the colors, but the contrast will be different. Now that's something I realized when I was looking at the rear projection versus the black and transfer, or the black and transfer basically will come up a little bit more cloudier. The image gets a little bit distorted, where the clear would transfer through nice and clear, image should be bright and sharp. Now if you're doing the clear projection screens for projector setup applications, you have to use shifting projectors, which have to be up high where the image comes down low. Where you're using ultra short throws and clear are basically in silver or cloud. Cloud is a cloudy version of it. But keep in mind that even if you're using lighter screens, you're going to have to make sure that the angle gain picks up. That's another thing you have to make sure that it can pick up on an angle gain, because again, the more it has to land to, the better you're going to see on an angle. That technology, AdTech, can pick up on an angle at 180 degrees with no problem, which is usually kind of rare for screens that are that lighter color. The blacker screens, well, black rear transparent technology, basically they have a problem with producing in well-lit environments because it distorts the screen's white levels. There's a whole lot of stuff you got to know. That's why when you write a specification sheet, you should be way over 8,000, easy. But if I come onto your site and I see rear projection compatible, and I'm like, what the freak? Where's the rest of this at? Like, there's so much stuff that you're supposed to be telling me, you're not telling me. Now, if I'm a person who's buying a rear projection setup, this is what you're supposed to hear. Not, oh, it's just rear projection, put a projector behind it, rear. That's it. And rear, it goes from the rear, and it goes to rear. It's all the rear. That's what it does with the rear. No, I'm not paying you any money. You're gonna wreck my setup. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let me see. We got a clear up here. Clear. Here's my clears. Here's my clears. Now these are clears. Actually, technically not clear. It is clear, but it has something like a kind of interesting contrast technology attached to it. These are submersible. You can drop them underwater. All that cool stuff. We're learning a lot of cool stuff today, right? Yes, we are. And once in a while, you will hear me scream at people talking about people who think they know what they're talking about, calling them absolute idiots. Because you are idiots. Now, keep in mind, they'll say, oh, we called... No, no, no. Not my customers. The people who think you know what you're talking about. I call you idiots. Don't point the blame on anybody else. You. Get close to the camera. Freaking you. You are a freaking idiot because you don't know what you're doing when you get on camera and you call yourself talking about how you know about technology and you don't know jack. Now, you got that cleared up? There, I'm talking to you. If you had headsets on, then I really got into your head. That's good. Because I come on your site and I look through your stuff and I'm like, that's it? That's all we got on freaking rear projection? That's it? Like 2 paragraphs? That's all you got? That's like asking for a 500 word essay and you give me like 2. Or the same word over and over and over again. That dumb nonsense. Man, you don't know what you're doing. Wasting my time, wasting everybody else's time. Don't insinuate that because you make a product that has a lot of water in it, that product you have a lot of water in it, it's going to give you the ability to be rear projection, because that's not going to happen. Don't insinuate. Insinuation can get you in trouble. Look at my Coca-Cola. Is that a real quick? That's one made for a freezer box, which I'm probably going to use that in another PC build, but not now. I'm working busy. This is actually thicker than this one. Now, this is the transparent screen. We have 2 types of these. That's the one that's actually much brighter than this one. Picks up a much higher, brighter level. And this one actually absorbs, but that one absorbs 10 times more because it's darker. Getting back to the whole thing with projection screens, we talk about the whole thing with put that on there. I want that shot. I want that shot right there. Don't take that from me. I want that. The same thing we get on about light screens versus darker screens. The same thing plays in the world of visible technology. Visible technology is a whole different category than basically front projection. It's a way different category. But still it falls in the same guidelines. Where at the end of the day, if that screen's darker, it's going to have a better chance of being able to pick up a much heavier and better contrast. That's the way it works. All the way around. See? I know my stuff. Like I said, doing it for years. That's why I come on YouTube and explain all this to you. Now, this helps out people at the end of the day that are learning about the field. They want to understand about the field. It helps them out. So you're going to somebody else's channel and you're hearing they don't know jack what they're talking about. Have you seen them explain this to you? No, they don't. Because they don't know what the freak they're doing. That's why. And for the people who basically are on here right now, who you know I'm talking about you, yeah, I see you leaving the room every time I say certain keywords because it upsets you and bothers you. Well, here's the thing, Barbie. This is what you don't do. Next time, crack a book. Hold on for a minute. We must say our... me, 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 me. Okay, I think I'm ready for it. All right, hold on. I got it. Crack a book. Thank you so much. Thank you. Crack a book. Sheesh. Don't do no research. Don't study anything. Nothing at all whatsoever. Just make it up as we go along. Da 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 da. There's no land of make believe. And I do not want to be your neighbor. I'm watching you. Yeah, I'm watching you. Like, oh, you got a new setup. I bump my head into it. I'm gonna get you a freaking helmet with ram ears on it. And rah, cram. So take cram across the top of it. Cram. Anyway, yeah, same thing follows. Same thing. All right, let's go to the back of this screen and have a looky. Have a looky at this special cookie. Wow. There you go. Now see? No lamp glare. No lamp glare. See? Now with this one, you can run anything you want. You could run pretty much all kinds of projectors run through this up close and personal because it can reflect all that, you can absorb all that lamp light. And this one right here, basically, you have to use your ultra short throws, lens shift in order to get around this, or projector mapping applications. Notice how he walks through all the cables, and he literally could go around that, but he walks through all the cables. I told you cats were jerks. But anyways, you see, look, see? No lamp glare, lamp glare. Now, this can actually absorb 100,000 lux of sunlight, but this one right here, we haven't tested on it yet, but I'm going to check it out and see if we can. It should be able to with no problem, but let's see. But anyway, boom. Now, see the transfer? See how the transfer on this side? I told you how on this side, you'll get, the transfer will come through. But you see on this side, the angle on this side is actually much sharper, but it should be on this side, right? It's kind of tricky, isn't it? It is. But if you get in front of it, this one actually produces much better, and this one actually produces the same brightness, but this one right here blocks the lamp glare better than that one. But this one's already been tested outside to absorb sunlight. This one hasn't been. It's interesting, isn't it? There's a lot of research behind that. So to keep in mind that on the page that we have that we're doing this on, we don't have enough room to put enough information on this thing. So this thing has to have an entire show page, and the show page is freaking huge because the amount of information we have to put on it. Isn't that crazy? And that way we put all that information on our page, because when we have customers or people coming in that want to inquire about this technology, this helps to educate them. Instead of you getting like 2 paragraphs of whatever the heck they're saying, like, it works well. It's real. Like past do it. It works. Amazing. 4K. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just wonder. I really do. All right, come on. Come on. There you go. Mr. Do Too Much. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You're doing too much today. Come on, sit down somewhere. Sit. Sit, sit, sit. Next time, you go in the pen. Go right in the pen. Next time. Because you're already doing too much already. You know what you're doing. We've had this interesting conversation multiple times today. Taco, I swear, I'm going to take you back to the home front. Not the place for me. Let's go. Come on. Back to the pen. Come on. Come on. Can't be on camera, buddy. Come on. I'm going to knock something over. You got one more. Give me a minute, people. Give me a minute. Come on. Let's go. Go back to your pen. There you go. You're going back to the home front tomorrow. Get in there. Get in there. Every time that lady comes up on the top floor, she's a very nice sweetheart, but he has this crush on her. And he has to showboat every single time. He showboats when he comes up here. And he does this around ladies. Now, there's guys upstairs, he's nowhere to be found. He disappears completely. But if a woman comes up here, oh, he's a different person. Definitely a different person. I had a lady coming here, check out the screens and stuff, and he's just rolling over, showing his belly and all that, just being a whole different person. Yeah, he does that. I know she's got to be here somewhere because his attitude completely changed. He knows darn well he's not supposed to be near screens. Anytime I paint a screen, he never goes near a screen at all. He'll go around here or go around here, but not touch screens at all. He's a good cat and all, just sometimes be a jerk. All right, let's get to work here. Got things to do. You're happy? You had a conversation about you. I think when we're done with this, I'll come over and I'll put the camera on you. We're going to have a little bit of Taco 2.0. Because he has to have Taco 2.0 time. That'd be good. Call segment Taco 2.0 time. All right. Got a nice little burning blaze there. Chestnuts open on an open fire. Now, that rear we have here, which again is interesting because it's ad tech, can be used for advertising. It's definitely fantastic for advertising. It's fantastic for holograms and all kinds of visual effects. It's great for that. So it's a black one, but I would basically do the clear. We do want to make a kind of a translucent kind of screen with it, which we have over there. It's for front projection mainly. That's what we want to do with it because it has a really cool look when it comes to that. So, yeah, we're thinking about that. We're going to design a custom screen. Can't tell you how it's built. It's designed mainly to be a front projection screen, but it kind of has a different way on how it's designed. And that's what I like about the physical screens. See, when some people, when they consider physical screen, you consider just painting it down something. I'm really talking about building and engineering a completely structured screen, a different type of screen for the applications we have to apply, as in rebuilding the structure of the screen itself, like inflatable screens and all that stuff like that. Building something different that we can apply our coatings to. Not using their stuff. I want my own stuff. That's what I want. My own stuff. Now this version is interesting. This is a version that is the lighter version we have here. But separate, this is a 2-coat application here. That's a 2-coat application. That is also a 1-coat application. With the surface being darker, it allows us, with already being darker, it allows us to be able to put 1 coating on that, and it has a much darker impact, which that's what we want. So the difference between this one, which is much darker, and this one, which is much lighter. Because this one's already darker, that means it only requires a 1-coat application. With this one to actually clear, it takes a lot more to turn that into this, which would take too much time and cost too much paint to get it done. With this one, we take 1 coat and we finish the job, or if we wanted to make it darker, 2, which we have on the other one. This is all the testing you have to be able to do. Now we do these first at 50 lumens on the desk, because that's the best way to test it at a lower projector and much more light. Yep, grabs out of there. Now with this one's nice. It's nice, but the problem is, see that contrast here? We need that to be that. That's what we need. Transfer, it's going to be higher here because it's lighter, but the darker contrast, more beautiful image, it's going to be here because it's designed to absorb more. And this one on here, on this side, again, makes it easier for us to transfer up, turn the screen black. Because again, it's already black. And that's why we had to come here and do a demonstration showing what would happen if we didn't coat it at all. What happens if we just left it regular? Would it be a difference? And this is a much thicker, more heavier, so we're definitely going to have to get a much thinner version. Now, for some of you feel that it's very unprofessional to call people who act like idiots. No. My channel is a little different. People come on and they do the whole, oh, audio, 30 minutes. That's y'all at the end of the day. I'm a little bit more different at the end of the day. I'm like the Gordon Ramsay of projection screen paint. You have to have a scream and yell at you the whole 9 yards, but you're supposed to know better. You really are supposed to know better. Because I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to hold your hand. And if your technology gets over here, it's going to be brutal. Because that's what we're about. Brutal. All right? Don't write on containers. We got a track record a mile long of people doing stuff. That when we get stuff over here, there's all kinds of letters written to us like, can you please not put my stuff in ambient light projection? Can you not put it in certified screens? Can you not do this? Can you not do that? Make up mind which lane you want to drive in. You know, you can't ride right down the middle. You got to pick one or the other. You're going to cause a car accident, get a ticket. pick a lane, pick a side, stick to it. Most likely be the side you're supposed to be on. So you see it now? See how this is 2 coats, 1 coat. Same surface. So this also too tells us when we do this that when we add 2 coats to it, it doesn't affect screen's brightness at all, but it allows it to go darker. So now we start thinking about how many coats would you have to apply to this thing in order to get it super ultra dark without basically affecting the white levels, and that's where those tests come in. And once we do that, what caliber projector can be affected by a venue projector, can be affected by a 50 lumen projector? Well, that's why we start off with 50 lumens. So we get a 50 lumen to run off this thing, and we can do these tests on that. That tells us that anything else is going to be a cakewalk for us. That's why we start with the low end projector, not the high end, to try to make the image look good on camera, so you're going to have something to prove to other people, like, my stuff actually works. And that's why the naysayers and people within the day who do products in the day get mad at us, because we set the bar a little high, don't you? We set the bar pretty high for real projecting. It's way up there. Got a GPS, a rocket pack won't even get you up on that shelf. Yeah, it's going to get worse than that, trust me. We're going to be, the stuff we're designing, man, that stuff is going to be way up there for you to try to touch. But it's good, because this is going to make you work hard for it, make a better product. And then you understand the satisfaction of making a product you can stand behind, instead of giving us a bunch of cancel out receipts and crying on every single one of them. Do you understand how that one works? Because that's embarrassing to me. For a person who's been in a business this long, it's embarrassing. I've never had anyone ever do that. Send me a receipt crying on it, or containers telling me it's not ambient light rejection when your product is literally that dark, and it should be ambient light rejection, which means you don't understand ambient light rejection whatsoever. Got to get. All right, bite down on your bottom lip, not too hard. You don't want to bleed. This is why we sit there and explain to you, if you're talking trash at the end of the day and you're selling a product, you can't sell it no more. Because we get our hands on it, it won't be worth nothing. Especially if you haven't tested that stuff. We're going to fill there with it. That's absolute power. We get mad and go, oh, you know, who cares? And this and that. Well, you don't talk trash at the end of the day. Look, keep it within the trash guidelines, okay? Don't do anything to break the law, because you'll be sitting in the courtroom. You don't want that crap at the end of the day. Keep it within the guidelines. I don't mind a little trash talk back and forth. This gives us something to do. We can crush you real fast. Well, you want me to stick this thing on you at 10%? Or should I wait till it's 100% and it eats sunlight and take it and have it come at you? Which way you want it? Now or later? Or you would like some now or laters? Either way, you can't touch us. We're way too far up. Or I can make something called 20 minutes, which means I can make it in 20 minutes and take your stuff out. That would be super embarrassing. There are levels to what we do. So again, it ain't like we come on here and we got like 5 screen paints and all we got is 5 screen paints. We can literally develop entire generations of technology, which we're doing right now for fun. And I like this thing, because I definitely got to have one. You know what a gaming application would look like on this thing? That would be, that's why I said we got a gamer version coming out. The gamer version is freaking insane what that thing's going to look like. I mean, it's going to be incredible. It's going to make your, like a Atari 2600 blow your freaking other system out of the water. Yep. The gaming application is going to become pure sheer madness. I don't think they can handle it. I don't think they can handle it. It says warning. We should put stickers in there that say warning, or basically cannot handle the madness. You have to make you sign a waiver. We're not responsible for you losing your mind and going insane by the colors, the contrast, the clarity, the true power. That'd be funny. You have to sign a waiver saying you're ready for it. I think we'll do that. It'll be on the website when you order it. And so be there. Are you ready for this kind of power? There'll be pictures on TikTok and YouTube. People are doing the unboxings, and they open it up, and the minute the thing hits it, you hear them in the chair playing, and they start ranting and laughing like the Joker. Remember Joker made that freaking gas that made people smile and turn them into the Joker themselves? We'll be doing that. They can't handle the power! in the news today. It's been an overwhelming number of gamers going absolutely and madly insane. What is the new technology that's causing this crazy, unheard of fiasco? Maybe our technology going. Now this is the part I don't understand, and I'm trying to be nice here with it. I really am. We have people who talk too much trash. And yet when I come to your website to buy from you, I'm talking about other people. We've been to their websites. We come to buy from you. Why do you shut it down? You talk it. What do you think? I'm not going to show up? I am going to show up to your site. It's like literally like, talking all this trash. We're another kingdom. And you got scouts coming back to us saying, hey, look, this other kingdom over is talking some mad trash about you. They're talking about how they can conquer you and destroy you and whatever. And I don't pay any mind. I know what it is. It's just basically people being buttholes at the end of the day. That's what you're being. But then you're just talking too much into there. Now we got to come over there and represent. So I was like, suit up, let's go. Usually formality. No. Carry the daggers. I need to bring in swords. Chances are they're never going to come out anyway. Get out there, wait for a whole entire army's out there waiting. Somebody comes to the door and knocks on your door. So, excuse me. Coming out to play. Yeah, we brought all this with us. Yeah, we're just trash and destroy you real quick. And got to go back at some things to do. And you just shut the door. We never hear nothing from you. It's like they're going to go see Oz. I came out, had a few conversations, and bam, shut the door and left. Really? You got to sit back and go, you know what? Okay, whatever. You know what? Let's go back. But then there's some days, we just feel that we're out there, man, at the end of the day, and you call us down there, and we got to go, just destroy them. I'm tired of it. Just make an example of them. Let's just make them embarrassment to other kingdoms. Let's just destroy them. And that's what happens. They get destroyed. And then y'all get mad about it. Don't open up Pandora boxes that you're not prepared to open up. Leave them shut. The problem, what I like about these people is, y'all think we're jokes at the end of the day. And we come out here and we crush you, and then you want to play with this stuff now. You want to play with an ad tech technology. Kevin ain't bad. How badly this will wreck your company. Your YouTube channel. It'll destroy your YouTube channel. You really want to play with this. And if you want to, post your stuff. We'll buy. Put the money into a website. Show a couple of demonstrations. Start a YouTube channel. We'll crush you extremely quick. I guarantee I'll get cancellations on you. I'll get you to shut down your marketplaces. We'll get 404 errors. All that. It's all posted. We do to people. Go ahead. The big companies and corporations recognize our technology. They're more polite. They'll contact and say, hey, we like products, you have potential. Okay, I'm good with that. That's okay, we'll deal with that. But the other ones talk a lot of trash, and when we come there, then they start canceling. You know how many different versions of shutdowns we did to Danny at the end of the day? We literally got a 404 error on his marketplace. He had to pull it. He didn't have a choice because the orders kept coming through. Yeah. But we forget all that, don't we, when we're talking trash? So, this time around, I'm going to launch something worse on you. I'm going to launch this technology in your direction. But you're not going to be inside, so you know that. You're going to be outside with it. I'm going to put you against an ad tech, a black version, which is kind of like this thing right here, but this is a little bit different. The ad techs are a little bit much more worse because they can absorb that sunlight different. I'm going to put you against that. And then we can hear about you guys crying and whine every single time about every little thing. Gee whiz Louise, this is giggling. You're tired of freaking losing? They're wild. Sheesh. But anyway, that's what I go through. So anybody watching this for the first time, yeah, we usually go through that. We get people who come in, talk a lot of trash on YouTube. Go to the blacklist, check it out. You'll see all the people that failed against us. Go check it out. The blacklist is an interesting thing to watch. It's the history of people we crush on a daily basis. But yeah, so we get that. They come into our room, they stalk us, they watch us, that kind of stuff at the end of the day. Always wonder what Mr. Bird is doing, Mr. Bird is working on. We're used to that, you know what I mean? But anyway, you already know the door. So when I have this conversation, I'm having it strictly toward them to let you know that if you make anything, I'll guarantee you it'll never sell. Do you understand me? You can never sell anything online. We find it, we're destroying it. Now, you got your attention. This is where I'm going to stick on you. And this thing will wipe out certified. It's like it's no tomorrow. Diamond technology can't even come close to what this thing can do. Nothing can come close to it. I would love those side by side to see a demonstration of that new technology he has, but I think this one may be darker than his technology. He has a black screen. I give him credit on that. Happy to see him have a black screen. I really am. If anybody deserves a black screen, he does. His technology is really good. It is. You've never heard me say, and no, we're not afraid of their company. No, not by far. But you would never hear me say his technology is trash, because it's not. If I say his technology is trash, then their stuff is trash. Because that's literally what sparked my interest in darker technology, was watching his. So, yeah. Much respect on his technology. Don't like how they treated us, but I do like, basically, his technology is really good. Like I said, that black diamond changed my life. And that's why we have this today. I'd have been continue making gray paints. Boasting about how gray paints are more superior and better than everybody else's. This, that, and the other. Until I bumped into that technology, was like, good gracious. Just can't be real. And yeah, it was very real. Yep. Now he has a black screen. Which, for the person who sat up there made the dumb comment saying, yo, gray screen's the most superior screen over black screen. You forgot about Screen Innovation. They have one too. So you're saying that your screen is basically more superior than the Black Diamond 2? I don't know jack about jack. Carbon black, I think it's called. A carbon black, yeah. And then sooner or later, hopefully, the other companies, they start making black screens, which would be fantastic. That'll give us a new play. That'll give us a new backyard to play in. Oh my goodness! The fun we can have. I'm so excited about that. I wish they make a black screen. Oh my goodness, we have so much fun with that. We finally got something on the same level. A black versus black. That'll be amazing fun at the end of the day. But no, we got to go through freaking gray and white screens and gunmetals. And gunmetals, these don't equal themselves to a black screen. But the sad thing about the gray screens do, and gee, it was a reese. Let's see what a gray screen looks like next to this thing while we're here. Ooh, don't get hooked under my boots. Don't get hooked under my boots. My boots. My boots. Let's scare us up a gray screen. The people in your gray screen think their screens are so magnificent. Look at those gray screens. They are so magnificent. They pull beautiful colors and contrast levels and all that good stuff. Our products are far more superior because it's a gray screen. What you leaving room for? Oh, no. Get your butt back in here. Y'all talk too much trash, you gray screen makers, at the end of the day. Y'all talk way too much trash. Way too much trash. Let's go to... I gotta basically focus on this one. The other one's... OLED contrast demonstration. Just not particularly nice. OLED contrast. Where's keyboard at? I bet you $100 you did not click on what I asked for. Homemade address. Really? OLED contrast demonstration. Sheesh. I feel sorry for the people that this up installed into their house. Well, I'm telling you. I said base. Base. I said base. You said gas. You're going to turn your house into a freaking crater with that stuff. What the heck is this? Think all this new stuff on here we never seen on here. Now, just so you know that the contrast is extremely important. Even though you gray screen paint makers want to skip that part because you think it's not important, it is important. And advising your customers to go out and spend the money for an expensive projector to fix that mess isn't really cool at the end of the day. Advising to be stuck in dark environments to fix that mess, again, still not cool. And if you have to advise them to be in a dark environment, they can't be in commercial because that's virtually impossible because commercials have fully lit environments. So let's see how you pair up to a screen at 10% done. In mind, that screen can transfer light through it. Well, your screen reflects it when it can't. It's not flexing, it's not absorbing, it's not doing anything at all whatsoever. So, question of today. Would you like me to stick this screen on you today? I can pop up on eBay, let my presence be known. I would name the whole entire store after this. Not for sale, it's just there to buy and display, that's it. I could buy your stuff and display it on a video, right in the caption with a link, so they can see the comparison of that technology versus what you're selling right now. I could literally put you out of business. You have to wake up to reality. Your technology is too old. It doesn't work on projectors. You have to fix that. At the end of the day, you got to start working on dark screens, because that's where the future's going at, darker screens. If you look at Diamond made a black screen, right? Why did Diamond make a black screen when they had gunmetal technology? Because they realized that they wanted that true 100% contrast level. It had to be black, as we've been preaching for years. Darker screens cost more money because they that the lighter screens can't do. See how it shifts slowly? See how our screens maintain the black levels? See how we got a commercial that popped up? We don't want to see. Let me see if we're going to. Can we skip this? Yeah, we can't. Boom. I can see the skip button from here. So when someone comes on camera and tells you that, oh, the gray screen, they're lying to you. Just like they lie about everything else. You're going to dumb down your projector? Go ahead. Dumb it down. Don't forget to get one of those dunce hats. Whenever they give the kids, they stick them in the corner. Make sure you glue that to the top of your projector, so they're mad and bitter. I'm going to tell you right now, people, when you watch this video later on, you'll see the room fluctuate. They'll come in and come out. Those are the haters that leave the room that are upset. Because they make those great paints. They support those great paints at the end of the day. But that's why they get mad and leave the room. Because you know Mr. Bird is talking the truth. And any one of you at any given time of the day, if you want to do a contract on basically whether you pull contrast equal to my technology, you let me know. We'll send you out one. Mind you, they have penalties on these things. Not going to be $500,000, about 10 grand. I'll make money off you guys at the end of the day doing dumb stuff. Don't make that. Don't even bother doing that. Especially against this technology, your stuff will get wiped. Bum, 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 bum. But just be begging for it. They don't ask for it. They be begging for it. Like, please, Mr. Bird, please take your technology and crush our technology. We find it. We're not worthy of it. Not worthy. Like the Waynesboro. Not worthy. Not worthy. Not worthy. They'll destroy a gray screen easily. Right up on top of the screen, the projector, the gray screen is fair. That shows you the advance that we have. A white screen, no chance. Certified, no chance. Let's go black screens. Maybe they may have a chance that they're black screens. But so than that, our price points cost way less than those. But they haven't made one yet. I'm going to be shooting some videos of this for the other forum site. I want to go over there where the gray screens are at, because you guys talk the most trash of all of the screens you do. You talk the most trash. I'm going to go show them this video. I'm going to go over there and put my contract out on them. Yeah, I'll go to the sites and put my contracts on them. I mean, I pop out there and go, hey, okay, how many people in this room want to go against this? This is what your screen. I'm going to sign a waiver on it. It's a whole contract lined up. We'll do $1,000. Anyone thinks you can take my screen out at 10%, sign up. Nobody steps. Look at this nightmare. The screen can pick up your screen's bright levels, and its black levels are untouchable. It can absorb light your screen can't even begin to even think of. I know I say it a lot, but it's true. See the difference of what a 720p projector looks like on a gray screen versus ours? This is why it costs the customers more money, because they have to spend more money to fix that mess at the end of the day. But our technology doesn't require that. That means there was nothing wrong with this machine when they discontinued. It was working perfectly fine. Unfortunately, they had it on a white screen, which did far worse than the gray screen. This is why gray screens cost you more money. It's not saving you money, you spend more money because you have to fix a screen that doesn't even work. Now we must do a video on this. We must do a video on this and put this out all over YouTube, because all my videos are going on Google. This is definitely going to the website. So we have to do that. So we have to show. We have to let them understand that the gray screen is a failure. It's a failure. Which means I'll be back. I'm going to do a video. Talk about how the gray screen is a failure. We've been through this already all week long, haven't we? We did against this screen we have over here. Now we're going to put against this one over here. Oh! The pain just keeps coming. All right, I'm gonna go back. Oh my goodness, why? Why do y'all do this? Why? Why do y'all challenge us? Why? 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 I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna dedicate this to all gray screen paint makers. This next video is gonna be for all of you gray screen paint makers out there. Like tonight, we got a special song. We'd like to dedicate this song to all the gray screen paint makers out there, all over the world. Watch this new song. When we listen to this new song, come get some, because we will give it to you with no problem. It's a 10% technology. You keep in mind that. That is a 10% technology you're looking at right now. At 100%, it's the nightmare of all nightmares. We're going to stick it on a gray screen. Because somebody did talk too much on a YouTube channel and said a statement that they shouldn't have said by saying that black technology, and at the end of the day, is not better than gray. All right, no problem. Challenge accepted. Now, unless you don't want nothing to do with this, you can write me an email and say, hey, Mr. Bird, I want nothing to do with this. Please, let us live. I got no problem with that. Chill. Make your money. Good. Other than that, they're marked. So get ready. Oh, you thought I could kill you with a quantum if I want to, but no, we want to make this fun. I'm going to bring in 10%. This thing is already done. It's been tested. I want to bring us something that's new at 10%. We say we crushed them at only 10% power. No, 100%, they could not handle the power of 100%. Heck, we even made a screen paint and blew it out on this technology over here. And now, we're going to bring out a 10% technology. I'm going to post this all over social media, everywhere. Oh, I love it. True power. True power. This is where I do this to tick off the freaking I do it to tick off the gray screen paint from time to time, the whole true power. Because I know deep down inside that you're going to try your hardest to do something. You are. Don't do what the other one did, because it will get you locked up. But, keep it within the guidelines. You know what I mean? Make something to come at me. That's what you do. Make something. We can have fun at the end of the day, okay? That's what I want you to do. Make a gray paint that can beat my product. You ever seen a Spider-Man when the guy starts laughing and puts his head back and laughing? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Do me a favor, because if you think, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a challenge. I'm really going to post it on my website. If all gray screen paints at the end of the day think that they're more powerful than our black technology, make a gray screen that can take our screen. Even if it's dark gray, we can wipe it out. Because I got dark gray certifieds here right now. Professional, high-tech, dark gray certifieds right here, and I can wipe them out. But make me something. Make a gray paint. You said that you guys are the future, right? Make a gray paint to come against us. It's our black technology. I'm giving you a chance to soak it in. This is going to be brutal. Mind you, you're not used to being in these well-lit environments. It's going to be brutal. Who is willing to bring up their product to go against this technology at 10%? All right, let's get this game going. I told you at the end of the day, I like this kind of stuff. I like challenges. That's what I love. I love challenge. So if you give me opportunity, I'm going to run with it. Just like when they came up and they gave me the challenge about putting my paint against black paint in there. Yeah, it kind of backfired, didn't it? How many tests did we do on black paint against our product? A lot of them, right? Because we do it for fun, because we like challenges. And we turned around and we pointed that same energy in your direction by saying you're doing great versus great. How many of you guys did it versus us? There you go. There you go. See what I mean? And now someone sat there and made that statement about saying how gray screens were more superior. And now, well, come see what you got. I want to wipe the planet with you guys at the end of the day. There'll be nothing left when we get done. I don't care if you're a corporation. I don't care what you are. You think your product's better than our technology? A gray screen, really? Bring it. I want to go to the form site. Every form site that has on a gray screen paint, we're going to make ourselves known. We pop in there. This is our video demonstration. Show me a great product that can beat our technology. Oh, yes, finally some fun at the end of the day. I'm going to keep doing all this testing and stuff. That's fun. At least we get to have some challenge in it all. I am Danny make a great paint. Let me see if someone can buy that stuff and get it. You can't mention their name. They mention their name, it's going to cancel the order. Can you imagine that? They can't mention our company's name because they'll cancel the order. They'll get scared and cancel. I do want to get one of those gray paints over here. Let me see. That's a problem. He doesn't get any orders. So that means if somebody places an order, he's going to know it's coming from us, definitely. Because that's what happened the first time. I mean, that's why the orders got canceled. Because I'm thinking, okay, he's got to be getting some orders for this stuff. We placed the orders. How would he know out of all those? Well, you know, our name popped up and everything. Okay, yeah, the name would pop up. We'd have to get somebody else to do it. They would have to get it. But if he's not getting any orders, he's definitely going to know it's us. Gee whiz, if you got to do that to order screen paint, that's kind of messed up, ain't it? Well, that's what we go through. Formality. Let's start the challenge. I want a challenge. I need a challenge. Let's go over here and let's do challenge all great screens. We're going to do that. All of them. Big companies, small companies, sure. Guy made that statement. I know you guys want to sit there and say, well, he didn't make the statement for me. I had nothing to do with it. We get that email from you, we're good. We move on. But if you feel that you can, you let us know. We didn't have to design a monster either. Alright, we'll be back in to complete the challenge to see whether gray screen paint can basically take down our screen, make it dark and unwatchable. And if you do have one of those demonstrations floating around, and one of my people do pop in it, I'll see you in federal court. Alright, I'll be back. Yes, challenge! Can't wait to get this done.